Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I had a few people ask me lately about fitness advice, specifically how to gain weight, how to lose weight, and that's actually what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm not picking on anyone in particular because I get this a lot and I've been seeing this a lot lately, but I thought I'd talk about something that's pretty important when you're trying to accomplish something fitness-wise, as far as physique-wise, or actually, what are you trying to accomplish? And that's sort of the point here. So, I have gotten some questions, like I said, along the lines of how do I gain so much weight or how do I lose so much weight, and having a target range for the weight that they want to be at. And I have responded by basically saying, well, what are you trying to do? Because here's the thing, you need to have actual goals for what you're trying to accomplish besides just weight. A lot of people use weight to set their fitness goals, but weight doesn't make sense because you could have one person that weighs 200 pounds and another person that weighs 200 pounds, and they can look completely different. They could be the same height even, and one person could be totally overweight and the other person could be a professional bodybuilder. You could have one person that is that looks like they are an Olympic athlete and another person who looks like they have never worked out a day in their life. So just gaining weight or losing weight is not going to get you what you want. You need to be very specific about what you want, and don't be shy and don't be embarrassed about it, right? 90% of people that have some kind of a fitness goal, they want to look better. They want to have more sex, and that's why they want to look good, okay? Or they want to be confident in their appearance. Whatever it is, you know, we have some very basic human drives. You need to be honest with that, with yourself and with other people, so that you can, well, you don't even have to be honest with other people. Fuck that. You just need to be honest with yourself, and just so you can set your goal, right? So you need to work from your base motivation. What is it that you're trying to do? Now, there's a few different reasons why you might have some fitness goals. Some of them, oh, we just fell off of my desk. Okay. One of them, obviously, and probably the most common one, is to look good, okay? And how you look good, right? We'll get to that, but let's look at the high level, right? So maybe looking good, maybe being healthy. And being healthy is actually not a very good answer, right? It's wanting to live longer. That's what being healthy means, or to feel like you have more energy. That could be being healthy, right? We could be more specific there. But that's another category. And a third category would be some kind of performance in a sport, in athletics, right? Maybe you want to run faster. I've got some fitness goals based around that. Not everything is based around looking good, okay? Some of it is based around performance. I want to do well in races that I'm running because I enjoy that, because I enjoy the competition of it. Okay, so I'm working on fitness goals towards that. But you've got to have these fitness goals. So if we took like looking good, right? What is looking good to you? Now, here's another thing that I get all the time. A lot of guys and females also say that, hey, I want to have some size, I want to look cut, but I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. All right. You can try to look like a bodybuilder, but it's not going to happen. All right, unless you're not going to be like, oh, whoops, fuck, where did these huge fucking biceps come from? How did I get these huge fucking muscles? Damn, I must have just been at the gym too long or drank too many damn protein shakes. What happened? This would be great for jump cuts right here. But you see what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen, right? You're like, oh shit, I squatted too much and I have giant legs. Not going to happen. You're going to have to put in so much work. It's going to require so much effort and years worth of weight training in order to look like a bodybuilder. It's just not going to accidentally happen. If you start to see yourself getting too big, which I've never seen someone ever say, man, I'm starting to get too fucking big, then you can tone it down. But until then, don't worry. The best thing that's going to improve your physique, right? If you don't know what your goal is, right? I mean, you can either come up with your goal or I'll give it to you for you, okay? So if you want to come up with your goal, if you already have a body type that you want to look like, get a fucking picture though. Get a picture and have the picture on your wall and say, I want to look like that, okay? And then you can work on that. That's a goal that you can actually achieve because you can see it, okay? But if you don't have one, I'll give you one. The one is this. First of all, you're going to look good with more muscle. I don't care who you are. You're going to look good with more muscle. If you're a woman, you're a guy, you're going to look good with more muscle. Not a crazy amount of muscle, okay? Like I said, not a freaky bodybuilder, but you're gonna look good with more muscle. You're gonna look good with less fat, okay? Unless it's fat in the right areas, okay? If you're a female, okay? But in general, even females, right? You're gonna look good with less fat. So more muscle, less fat. That should be your fitness goal, your base level goal if you want to look better. Now, besides that, we can get into proportions. We can, I could talk about what looks good on a guy. In my fitness program that I'm working on, yes, I know, I'm still working on it because I'm tweaking it, okay? I want it to be perfect, and and that's why I'm working on it. And I got a whole bunch of other shit I'm working on right now that's higher priority, to be honest with you. So for guys, the biggest thing is gonna be the shoulder to waist ratio, what does that mean? Muscle and less fat, okay? Just what I said at the beginning. So you gotta work your shoulders. That's really, really important to widen that up. But what also controls that? Your lats, okay? Then your chest. And then obviously losing the fat so that your waist looks smaller. That's the main thing. Having that V is going to be the main thing that is going to make you look good as a guy. So it's gonna be building the muscle that way and cutting the fat down. Probably somewhere to 10% or less if you want to be optimal looking with your physique, at least in my opinion. Okay, that's where it's at. For women, it's going to be a little bit different. I would say that probably having the gluteus maximus, yes, the ass being on the muscular side, and having some nice thighs is going to make you attractive. Also having not having large shoulders, but having a trim waistline and having that curves, that hourglass figure. So I don't really focus on training for women as much. Sorry, women out there, but I can tell you that adding the muscle, doing a lot of squats is going to help you the most. Probably the lower body is way, way more important for you. Having some, I personally like, some nice muscle up top as well, but hey, that's not going to be as important. But the important thing is this, that you have the goals, right? That you know what you want to look like. Like I said, the best thing you could possibly do is have a picture of what you want to look like and work on that, right? And you can look at yourself, you can take a picture in the mirror, you can compare it to that picture and you can say, oh shit, you know what, I need to lose fat. Oh shit, you know what, I need to work on my shoulders, right? Now there's gonna be some genetic components to it, of course, but you can still improve. There's gonna be lagging areas that, if your shoulders are not, if you don't have a good shoulder width, if you're not very wide and you want to be wider, you're gonna have to work on those side delts, right? That's what you're gonna have to do, okay? And so, but you gotta have that goal. Instead of saying, wait, I want to weigh this weight, that's what your goal should be. Now, if you need muscle, right, that means that your weight is going to have to go up, right? But the weight is not the thing. You see what I'm saying? If you say, John, hey, I weigh 150 pounds, I need to weigh 170. Eat a bunch of fucking Twinkies and peanut butter and sticks of butter and tubs of frosting. Fine, I'll get you up to 170. But guess what? You're gonna look fat at 170. You're not gonna look good, and you're not gonna be healthy either. Okay, you're gonna. It's not gonna be good for you. You're gonna get diabetes. Okay, so it's not just like what can I eat to gain weight. No, it's what, like the goal. That's why I say the goal. You shouldn't even worry about weight. Weight is a way to measure, like. It's just a way to see how you're progressing towards that goal or how things are changing, right? Weight and body fat percentage. So there's a huge difference in the way that you approach it. Like I said, nutrition, workout, all this stuff, it's called nutrition, it's called partitioning, okay? And so if you gain 10 pounds and you gained, and 10 of it is, or 2 of it is muscle and 8 of it is fat, that's one way that you could be your nutrient partitioning, okay? But that's probably not good. That's probably not what you're aiming for. You could gain 10 pounds and 8 of it could be muscle and 2 of it could be fat, and that's probably good, right? That's probably impossible, but it's probably good. All right, same thing on losing weight. You could lose 10 pounds. Okay, fine, you lost 10 pounds. What does that mean? Did you cut off your arm? Your arm maybe weighs 10 pounds. Did you lose fat? Did you lose muscle, right? Where did you lose the fat from? Where did you lose the muscle from? We can't really control as much where we lose the fat from, but we can certainly control where we lose the muscle from or where we don't gain the muscle from. So there's a lot to think about here, but you gotta have these kind of goals, not the kind of goals of I want to weigh a certain weight or, again, not trying to pick on anyone because a lot of people say this, but that's not a good goal, okay? Same thing again, if you want to be healthy, what is healthy? I want to live longer. Okay, you want to live longer. What kind of things are going to make you live longer? Well, let's break that down. Probably avoiding type 2 diabetes. That'll probably help you live longer. Probably having good metabolic panel. That'll probably help you live longer, right? You can decide all those things. You can check your arteries, right? There's tests that you can run to, what is it, calcium, I can't remember the test, but there's a test that you can run. There's a lot of ways that you can figure out what is going to increase your lifespan, reduce your chance of having cancer, all of those things, right? That's one fitness goal, a health goal. Energy, what's going to increase your energy, right? What's going to make it, maybe you need to have more endurance for some reason. I don't know, right? What is it? What is the goal? Again, and then if we took it down to the other side, athletics, that one's probably easier. You want to run faster. Okay, then what do you got to do that? And how fast do you want to run? What is your target? What is the sport that you're playing, right? You want to swim faster, you're going to train differently than if you want to run faster. You want to bike faster, you're going to train differently, right? There's a lot of things, because let's say that you want to be the fastest that you possibly could at running or biking. Probably what you want to do is you want to get very strong without gaining a lot of muscle, so that your force to mass ratio, your weight, your force strength to weight ratio is weighted towards the strength side of it, right? You want to actually not gain muscle, but you want to gain strength. So there's a lot of different things to consider here. And I don't have time to go over every single one and give you a plan for every single one, but I just want to make you aware of this, so that when you say, John, hey, I want to be 170, don't say that. Instead say, this is what I want. Like, in fact, give me a picture and be like, I want to look like this, or I want to have a time. I want to be able to run a half marathon in 1:45. Give me something to go off of, give yourself something to go off, and then you can actually, once you have the goal, okay, then you can set a plan to achieve that goal. Until that, it's going to be ridiculous. You're going to just be wasting your time. All right. Hopefully you found that useful. If you have questions about this, definitely leave a comment below. If you'd like to email me a question for me to do a video, because I can't answer so many personal questions, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. And if you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button, or better yet, click that bell down there, and you'll get every video I do right away. Trust me, and you can write first post or whatever, first comment. All right, talk to you later.